Okay, we're live. So, welcome to Sunday. What? It's Lady and the Legend Day?
Yes, Lady and the Legend.
And that's every day for us, right?
Holy mackerel. So you have two people, since it's not 9 o'clock yet, all right?
Okay, we're only talking on demand. Nobody in the chat room can hear us yet, okay?
Oh, I thought they got...
Oh, yes, they can. Let me tell them.
Right,
Let me tell them.
Sound is good?
Hold on, let me tell them. Sound is good, people. Okay, now they can
Okay.
refresh, and you can tell them whatever it is.
So you have two people that King Hap says, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Melnick Estates.
It is.
Lady and the Legend. And the Lady and the Legend love doing this show. Okay, we love it. We don't get paid for it. We do it choice to the people in the chat room. And all we do is sit here is complain. That's it.
We complain.
We complain. We don't want to do the show. And then when it starts, we're okay, right? We're okay. Good morning to Boston Paul, Brewer Jim, Chris from Cambridge, Chris from Gallo, Chris from Gallo playing golf today, huh? Dad's the Premier, Dennis Timko, Aiden, who was here in the chat room the other day, John Garofalo, Rotorius, SM King Turd, Zilmo. Look out, everybody.
And wait a minute, Dennis.
What?
What about Aiden playing the piano yesterday?
Oh, yeah, Aiden and his piano lessons.
It might be Mozart, but I'm not even smart enough to...
Who's Mozart?
Mozart.
It's Mozart.
It's spelled M-O-Z,
It's
Leonard.
not Mozart, okay? Malpal, Leonard Donaldson.
All I know is that it's music to my ears.
Yeah.
And that little Aiden of yours, my gosh, that kid.
That's right.
There's
yard
nobody
work.
cuter.
He got, Chris Gallo has yard work. Okay.
Gallo has yard work. Yesterday he had golf. What? Well, at least he's here for the show.
Make sure you don't have poison ivy before you scratch yourself.
Say hi to Debbie.
Okay, Boston Paul is here. And that reminds me of a request made by Boston Paul. Okay, so let's talk about the...
Why does he want to talk about C.J. Abrams?
Look.
Because he wants to make me feel better. Because he knows I have this guy on my teams, and my teams are so bad. Maybe he wants me to feel better by looking up yours truly, C.J. Abrams.
Well, in 2023, if you remember, C.J. Abrams hit his 6th home run in his 52nd game. In 2024, his 6th home run in his 17th game. So C.J. Abrams doing a good job.
Yesterday went 2 for 5 with a double, a home run, and a second run scored. They beat the Astros 5-4 on the season. Abrams had 300 batting average, 6 home runs, 12 RBIs, 13 runs, and 3 stolen bases. What exactly did Boston Paul want to know about C.J. Abrams?
If you have anything specific that you want to know, he'll give you a 275, 280 batting average. He'll steal a ton of bases, and that's about it. His power is lacking a little bit. But that's, I don't know if there's any...
Oh, my goodness. We have the whole Happy Hour Social Club crew with us today.
Who's here?
It's Beantown Bad Boy, Taco, Sunny D, Jolene, Jofo, and King Hap. Everybody together.
Are you kidding me? Look at this. And they're all on vacation somewhere, right?
Yes. Now, wait a minute. Let's tell about the Happy Hour Social Club and their great show on Wednesday nights. You can find them at Twitch. That's where all the chat rooms are. Those people over there are fun to chat with. They play games, and it's a hoot over there. But you could catch that Wednesday nights at 7:30. You can also catch it here. You can listen on demand here or on Twitch. And you can also find King Hap does a lot of interviews with athletes and former athletes and stuff like that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But you'll have to check into the chat room because we always keep you updated on the upcoming Happy Hour SC on Twitch. It's so nice to have the Boston fam.
And when King Hap interviews the legend about the history of fantasy baseball, I'll let you know, okay? So, Brewer Jim, I hope that we took care of your question.
Was it Brewer Jim or Boston Paul that asked about CJ?
Oh, no, it wasn't Brewer Jim. It was Boston Paul.
But nice to see you, Brewer Jim.
Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about Boston Paul. Okay, anyway, so send in your questions every day if you can. If you want to call, the number is 631 406-7141.
Good morning to Big Al on the prowl.
I just got a very important message.
From who?
All right, very important message from a member of the chat room. Eddie Heckman is on his way to church. Okay, so
thanks for checking in, Eddie.
That's it. C.J. Abrams is becoming a superstar, and Boston Paul just wanted to. What's going on with Cole Reagans? John, Cole Reagans is a nice pitcher who has gone through a streak of nice games. That is going. I'm not saying it's going to even out. I'm not saying he's going to have a streak of bad games. But Cole Reagans is not a great pitcher.
Is he not a great pitcher? He's not having a great season, but he was overall average draft position of 90.
Yeah, even his
everybody
stats.
was so hyped up on this kid.
Even his stats, he's got now a 4.3 ERA.
And he's 0-2.
1.5 WHIP, 0-2.
1.5 WHIP is what? That's 1.48. There's a difference.
Yeah,
there.
okay. So he struck out 3 of the first 4 batters. And look out, we all thought the lefty was going crazy, but he came into the game with a 1.93 ERA.
Yeah, he came into the game great, and then he got shelled. He didn't even make it past 1 inning. Okay, yesterday.
Yeah.
He allowed 8 hits in 1 inning before being relieved by Mark Sauer.
All right.
Anyway, let's talk about some superstars just like C.J. Abrams. We're going to talk about Mike Trout. He says he wants to, he didn't say specifically that he wants to stay with the Angels.
I mean, no. Here's my question. I know you're upset that I interrupted you.
No, I don't care. Just get it out there.
I'm getting it out. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? I'll ask, because I was setting you up to ask this question. Will Mike Trout be traded? Okay, I know we've asked this before, but it's reaching a point now of desperation for the Angels and for Mike Trout. Just answer my question. Do you think Mike Trout will be traded?
Yes.
You do, okay?
Yes.
I want to know.
Is this the last year of his contract, right?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm going to have to go look it up now.
Okay, I don't think it's the last year. I'm not sure, all right? That's number one. Number two, if Houston continues to stumble, you think Verlander's going to get traded? Any chance
Hell
of Verlander going back to the Mets?
No. Okay, first of all, Trout is going to be an Angels for the next 9 years or 8 years. This guy is 306. He doesn't care. He's raising a beautiful, wonderful family. He's about to have another baby. Okay, they're happy as can be. They're rich as hell. He doesn't even care where he plays. He says straight up, a trade hasn't even crossed his mind, but he seems hell-bent. I think it's just basically no more pressure. It's like he is what he is. The Angels stink. They're not going to do anything good. He has no pressure on him. He's already proven himself. And right now, this guy on the season, 256 batting average, 8 home runs, 11 RBIs, 14 runs scored, and 5 stolen bases. Good grief, this guy is on fire. He looks like Ellie De La Cruz.
Boy, couldn't the Mets use Verlander back? What are we doing? This is going to be crazy.
The Mets have 2 great youngsters, okay? So,
yes,
Big Al, don't even... Look, you're supposed to be a Mets fan, and you're talking about their pitching staff. You know they have Budo, and they have Scott. And they have such a full rotation right now that they can't even bring Scott up yet. All right? Ohtani's been garbage with runners in scoring positions. The Dodgers are garbage, and it just makes me so happy to say it. That's
right. The only time he doesn't get a hit or a walk is when he was up at the bases loaded. All right? Ohtani is hitting. He's been garbage with runners in scoring position. Hitting under 100 with runners in scoring position and over 400 bases empty.
Hello, Taco.
Okay? Hernandez, so that's the story with Ohtani. The Angels are going to be very active. And Tito Luna is now joined us. And Jeter Luna. I'll tell you something. If the Astros don't pick up the pace, it's going to be the Mets getting them. Because the Mets placed Francisco Alvarez on the injured list. He left last night's game with a thumb injury. He suffered the torn ligament that might require surgery. So timetable is not clear. Confident that he will play by the end of the season. Okay, so there you go.
All right, so he's hitting under. You already said all this, but let's just remind people that the Dodgers are still in first place in the NL West.
Yes.
Their record is 12-11. Although they're about to lose, they already are guaranteed to lose this series against the Mets, but they're about to get what's it called? Swept. And in the last 10 games, the Dodgers are 3-7, and they've lost 3 in a row. And today is going to make their 4th loss in a row. Freddie Freeman's not hitting. They got this guy Andy Pages, who didn't do anything, by the way. And everybody thinks, oh, this Andy Pages young. He is the number 3 prospect for the Dodgers. Teoscar's the only outfielder hitting, and he swings at damn everything. Speaking of somebody who swings at damn everything, Francisco Alvarez on the injured list.
That's right.
You know, I follow this guy Mark Gooden on X. His handle is @2Gooden, TOOGOODEN. He's the Mets beat writer for the National Review magazine, and this guy is. He's so dry with his sense of humor, and he's got a real big sense of humor, too. Every time he puts something out, I question whether or not it's true. He put out yesterday the x-ray of Francisco Alvarez's hand, and it basically showed exactly what it turned out to be, a torn ligament. And he said that Francisco Alvarez, he declined his HIPAA regulations, and he sent the x-ray out before he got never mind. Anyway, long story short, Alvarez, he's out.
He's
long
out. Story.
We don't know. I know it was right. Yeah. I could tell you were just...
Since ERA became an official stat in 1913, only one Major League Baseball team has had its starters combined for 40-plus strikeouts with an ERA of 0.25 or lower in a 5-game span. What team is just killing it pitching-wise?
So I'm going on and on about Francisco Alvarez.
Yeah.
And you throw out a trivia.
And I made because I already did Francisco Alvarez. Are you in another town?
I was probably chatting.
I'm probably chatting. Anyway, the Phillies have a 5-game current winning streak, and starters combined for 40 strikeouts and an ERA of 0.20. The pitching is doing great.
Red Sox, right?
If you could say which one, I skipped. I decided. Go ahead. If you want to do the Red Sox, be my guest.
Well, we have a whole bunch of Red Sox fans here today, you shouldn't skip the Red Sox.
Go ahead.
The Red Sox starting rotation, 1.72 ERA. It's the franchise's lowest ERA through 21 games since 1920, and the second lowest by any team since 2000, according to Elias Sports Bureau.
Elias Sports Bureau. Now, we talked about the Phillies and their great pitching. Just to let you know, I can't even look, Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, Ranger Suarez, Christopher Suarez, you had Spencer Turnbull, and of course they have, what?
Christopher Sanchez, who I hope will be good.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, this is why I predicted the Phillies would be one of the top teams.
Okay.
On to the busy phones, and who is it going to be?
It's Mark, let's put him on the air.
It's going to be my son.
Hello, Buzzard, you're on the air.
Oh, hi.
What you doing?
Nothing. Just woke up. I just want to say hi.
Okay.
We love it when you call to say hi.
I will call you back.
Say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody?
Okay. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Yep, see you.
There you go. The kid calls in to say hello.
Verlander. You want to talk about Verlander?
I already did. What page are you on?
How about the Rays and the Yankees? Have you talked about...
No, but that's a good one. Let's talk about the Rays in comparison to the Yankees. Everybody thinks the Yankees are the team to beat.
They are.
As Daniel Ferrara wishes good morning from Jerry Graham, Dr. Jerry, and his brother Eddie. And they were my favorite wrestlers back in the 50s.
Yes.
And I'm only going to tell you, they were not related, yet they made it in wrestling. One of the top teams as the Graham brothers. Jerry and Eddie, I loved them. They beat Mark Lewin and Don Curtis on a Thursday night to get the championship, and I'll tell you, I've never been the same.
So,
but go ahead.
Yeah, Daniel, great to see you. Daniel turns his sadness into comedy on Facebook. He's constantly putting up memes about the White Sox, and believe me, they write themselves at this point. Tampa Bay Rays versus the Yankees, okay?
Yes.
Each have wins. Rays 128 to 126 for the Yankees.
Yeah, so they're right there together. The same amount of wins since what year?
It doesn't since 2010. Home runs, each team has 315. Stolen bases, each team has 145. But the payroll for the Rays is $892 million, and the Yankees' payroll is $2.7 billion.
And they've got the same stats since 2010. We're talking about the pitching staff, and it's great. Okay?
We're talking about the way that the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays do business.
So do you agree with John Garofalo that the Cubs, the Royals, the Red Sox playing with a purpose, but the Astros and the Dodgers are saying who cares?
Kinda, yeah.
A little bit,
I kinda do.
All right.
In a way, I feel him.
Morning.
Triple Play brings up that the official report on Francisco Alvarez says that they hope that he will be back by the end of the season, and it's only April, so you know that is 6 months away, so It's a bad situation.
All right, let me ask the chat room. Who leads Major League Baseball in WHIP? Obviously, it's a pitcher. What pitcher leads Major League Baseball in WHIP with a .75 WHIP?
It's one of those teams playing with purpose,
Come
John
on.
Garofalo. We'll give him a chance to.
Okay, but now that all right, so we'll go back to this one. I'll tell you something. One of the big surprises is Stephen Kwan.
Yeah,
he's batting what, 374.
The guy's got 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, 21 runs, which means he's batting at the top of the order, and 2 stolen bases. This guy is obviously batting way above his potential, but he's a good player, and the Guardians are doing really good.
Is Ellie De La Cruz way above his potential? 5+ home runs, 10+ stolen bases in the first 20 games of the season. Since 1900, Ellie De La Cruz is the only one to do that.
Besides Ken Williams.
And Ken Williams. He was the center fielder for the... wait a second. That's not the same Kenny Williams.
Ken Williams.
Yeah, 1922.
Wait, you weren't there?
No, Kenny Williams played for the White Sox, but that's another Kenny Williams. 2024. Let's go. All right, so the chat room's working on something. Who's got the lowest ERA WHIP in Major League Baseball right now? Come on, Taco. Come on, Tommy Johnson. Let's see what you guys got. Lowest WHIP.
We got a couple guesses, but they're not right, and they're the same guess, really.
Oh, yeah?
It's Cutter Crawford. That's not right, but I put the trivia in the chat room so you guys can read it and start guessing.
Yes.
John is from one of your teams playing with purpose.
Yes, one of your purpose teams.
All right, so let's go on past Ellie De La Cruz. But before we go past him, what you already said, which is 5 home runs and 10 or more stolen bases in the first 20 games of the season. In total, Ellie De La Cruz is batting a whopping .290 with 6 homers, 15 RBIs, 19 runs scored, and 10 stolen bases.
And
this guy's got a whole season of stats already.
Is he going to continue?
Yes.
All right.
I just love this guy. Plus, he's fun to watch, right? This guy is fun to watch.
What team has the highest winning percentage so far this year?
We got another guess. Ranger Suarez? Nope, it's not it.
Who is it?
John Garofalo is waiting for O'Neill Cruz to catch fire. So are a lot of people, but tell him, SM Turd. Tell him about Cruz. Oh, he got it. Shoto Imanaga is the answer. .75 WHIP leads all of MLB for starting pitchers.
Yep.
Who has the best winning percentage in the league right?
The best winning. What team has the best winning percentage?
Not record, but winning percentage.
Yes, what team? All right.
And who has the worst?
Well,
Daniel.
okay.
Who has the worst, Daniel?
Atlanta's got the best. I mean, somebody will get that. 74%. And, of course, as we asked Daniel about the White Sox, 15%. How about that? Does anybody, we did a podcast yesterday.
Yes.
And I did one, and neither one of us talked about Travis d'Arnaud. Travis helped the Braves win their 6th straight win, 3 for 4 with 3 home runs Friday, hit another home run yesterday. He hadn't registered a home run in his first 14 games before going deep 3 times.
Yeah, it had all the Braves fans going crazy, of course.
Well,
Travis d'Arnaud went 3 for 4, 3 home runs. He actually did that one time before. Did you say that?
No.
He did it in 2019. But his offensive outburst in one game propelled him from a 591 OPS to an 819 OPS in one game.
I can only tell you that the Mets gave away Travis d'Arnaud and they gave away Zach Wheeler.
They did.
And they gave away. Are you
They
kidding?
DFA'd d'Arnaud.
Let's go Mets. Okay.
Is Laura here? She knows the pain.
We'll see.
Rotorius is. Big Al is here. My fellow Mets fans.
There you go.
How about the rally pimp?
Is he here?
He's always with us. Ronel Blanco.
He's yet to allow an extra base hit this season.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
He's gone 5 or more innings and has not allowed an extra base hit in each of his first 4 starts. That's the only pitcher to do it besides Felix Hernandez in 2005. What's this guy? 1966, Jack LaMobby.
I don't know who he is.
He's a one-hit wonder, apparently.
I don't know.
Anyway, Blanco came away with a no decision yesterday in a 5-4 extra inning loss to the Nationals. He was in line for a win. He allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, and 3 walks over 6 innings. He struck out 6. He extended his quality start streak to 4 straight to begin the season. 63 of 98 pitches were strikes. Unfortunately, the has-been closer, Ryan Presley, coughed up his lead in the 9th inning, and so Blanco now has a 1.33 ERA, a .85 whip, 22 strikeouts, and 12 walks through 27 innings. He faces the Coors he goes to Coors Field to face the Colorado Rockies in his next start.
Now, this year, more than ever before, I've noticed this, and I want to see if you've noticed it too. The same players are getting hurt. In the past, when my player comes off the injured list, I take a sigh of relief, I put him in. But now, after you do that, a week or 2 later, you got to put him back, right?
You're actually trying to blend Anthony Rendon into some kind of normal thing going on.
Anthony Rendon came out the other night with a right hamstring injury. Unbelievable. He got the injury while running out an infield single.
Look, you knew it was a matter of time, okay? It's like a grenade ready to grow up.
It's one thing when they crash into a wall, but here's a guy who got hurt running out an infield single. Okay? I mean,
and
come
everybody
on.
in the fantasy community piles on and shames Rendon because they don't like the guy, and it's just despicable.
Well, because he comes out and says that, baseball's not his life.
His family is his life. That's what he said, and they're misinterpreting it, making it sound like he said that he'd rather sit on the couch. No, he said family first, then baseball. And if any of you out there don't feel that way, then you're just not a good family guy, that's for sure, right?
Well,
I mean, I'm not going to say you're a bad person, but family is first, especially when you have kids and a wife at home.
He was once a star infielder for the Nationals, 7-year deal with the Angels. Unfortunately, his career has
already been injured.
Completely derailed in recent years by injuries, so Anthony Rendon is going to require a trip to the injury list, and Brandon Drury will be used to cover third base, okay?
Look. He started the season injured, or he started the season 0 for 19. And then in the last 13 games, he was really turning it on. I talked about him yesterday, and I did say, with a caveat, it's a matter of time. If you're ever going to use him now. He's hitting great, But luckily, the injury happened before we set our lineups on Monday. And now Brandon Drury, like you said, is going to cover third base for Rendon. And then they'll go to some other guys like Aaron Hicks, Miguel Sano, and what Joe Adell is a bench guy now.
He's been a bench guy.
He's just a bench guy.
He's not even a good bench guy.
This is why you don't fall for rookies.
That's right.
This is just the most recent example of
many. And, of course, you got Royce Lewis, another guy. He was, at least he's got a positive update. He's resumed baseball activity. So if you have Royce Lewis, keep in mind, he's headed in the right direction.
Sal Perez, right? I think you mean Sal Perez, John Garofalo, still doing it.
Yeah.
There was a post on X. It was a guy traveling from Puerto Rico to come to see the Kansas City Royals. And he was so upset, and he puts on X, I'm so disappointed. I'm traveling all the way to see Sal Perez and the Royals, and he got hurt, blah, blah, blah. This is so crappy. And Salvador Perez actually responded to him and said,
get out of here,
I'll be back in the lineup tomorrow.
Tristan Casas came out of the game. Another guy who's hurt again. He's
not hurt again.
Yeah, he was hurt before. Left rib discomfort. He's undergoing further testing. But look, if he was to miss an extended period of time, then something would happen. I don't know what it is.
Casas...
He's been pretty good this year.
He's been okay, yeah. I mean, he's getting on base more than his batting average says. It's 244. His on-base percentage is 337. 6 home runs and 89 plate appearances. It's just a continuation of his hot second half last year. After the All-Star break, Casas hit 317 with a 417 on base percentage and 211 plate appearances.
Yes.
And so he's definitely going on the injured list. And Alex Cora said that he was concerned about his injury. Casas is undergo further testing. But you got the catcher, Tyler Heineman. He's the only guy on the club's 40-man rotation who isn't already on the active roster that's healthy. He's the only healthy position player on the Red Sox 40-man roster who isn't already active. So it's Tyler Heineman. And the Red Sox, it just seems like they're about to blow up too. But no offense to my friends from Boston.
Nate Lowe is going to take the spot of Jared Walsh, who was designated. This guy's been going up and down. Jared Walsh designated for assignment. And Eloy, 2 for 5.
Daniel, something good, right? About
Eloy, 2 for. He entered Saturday's game 0 for 10 with 3 strikeouts, 3 walks since being activated from the injured list. So, Eloy.
He's still batting 154 through 29 plate appearances on the season. So, when he's healthy, he needs to start getting it together.
Nobody's having a worse season. He's batting 154. No. He has 1 run scored. Come on. Eloy.
There's people having bad seasons.
No, not as bad
I
as
mean,
that.
just off the top of my head, I could think of Nolan Gorman, who's really causing a lot of stress for people right now.
So, are you going to, finally, is the chat room, is everybody in fantasy baseball ready to give me the props for Ahmad Rosario? I've been talking about. I haven't stopped talking about.
So you started. He's been. Look, he's good this year. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, last year he was mediocre.
And the year before that, he wasn't even playing.
That's right, but I stuck with him. I did. I stuck with him.
Because you're stubborn, that's it.
2 for 4. I stuck with you.
That's true.
2 for 4 with a stolen base against the Yankees. And here's the thing. He was in the lineup for the 7th straight game. And 4 have come against lefties.
Yeah, because we thought, because he is a lefty, I thought he might have been a switch hitter, but maybe not. Being a lefty, he doesn't hit lefties, but lately he's been hitting lefties, and he's been in the lineup every dang day.
Yep.
And Rosario it's interesting because they have him playing primarily in right field against lefties and second base against righties.
Yep.
So there's someone else on this team that can't hit lefties.
My key pick last year for top player in the league, and I I never said that wasn't going to happen. And
just in time, right? Because I just dropped Hector Neris in like every league
Oh,
to pick up
Malik.
someone.
Oh,
I
shit.
said, Alzolay will be fine. When I was drafting Alzolay in all my leagues, I drafted Hector Neris as a backup plan, just in case Alzolay got hurt or didn't start the season.
Well, go back and get him because Azalea blew a save
Let me
and
finish.
opened.
He's blown 4 saves.
Oh, God.
Already.
Neris is going to get the chance.
Okay. But here was my strategy. And by the way, my teams are in last place, so I don't even know if I don't even know if I should be sitting here trying to help everybody. But I'm just telling you a new strategy I thought of this year because of George Hubschman. Now, when I go and I'm drafting, I always talk to George if I can because he's great at helping me along. And he kept bringing up Hector Neris as a backup for Alzolay. Now, if you're in best ball leagues or these draft and hold leagues, this is without a doubt a fact. You need to draft the backup closer to any closer that you have. Don't just draft a bunch of random backup closers. You know, Hector Neris was available in the last round of the draft. Nobody considered him to be, but if you're drafting in these draft and hold leagues and you draft closers, you have to pay attention to who their backup is because chances are good they're going to, when you're, if your team loses your closer, then your team automatically puts in the backup closer. Now, maybe I'm not the first one to come up with this, but that was a good idea. However, I really screwed up the whole strategy when I decided early on in the season that I was going to drop Hector Neris. I was like, I only have 6 bench space, and all of a sudden now I have, honestly, Alzolay is about to lose his job. If he hasn't already, he's blown like 1 million saves already.
So go ahead and try to get Neris if you can. And, we talked about the Dodgers before. By the way, Chris from Cambridge, we love you too.
Lady and the Legend on a Sunday morning.
That's right.
This is how I met you two on the radio.
The Dodgers have lost 5 of the past 6 games, 7 of 9. Third consecutive series. They're 12 and 11. The Dodgers are 1 game away from 500. They, with the bases loaded this season, they're 2 and 20. With 10 strikeouts, okay?
Yes.
So, not...
They're 2 for 20 with the bases loaded, 10 strikeouts, including 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings yesterday. You already said they've lost all these games, right? 5 of the past 6, 7 of the past 9. They're guaranteed to lose their 3rd consecutive series on this homestand. And, good grief. And I'm sorry. Why do I find pleasure in saying that the Dodgers suck?
Because you find pleasure
because the Dodgers
in everything
fans are
but me.
insufferable.
Right?
These people are so easy to trigger. You can't even you can't find a group of people more easy to trigger than the Dodgers.
Here's a change in the Dodgers pitching that you may want to know about. It'll be Tyler Glasnow starting tomorrow. Today, not James Paxton. Paxton's lined up for Tuesday against the Nets.
Yeah, so you're getting 2 starts from Glasnow this week.
And even though shoulder inflammation, it's going on everybody with their shoulder. But Kyle Hurt.
But is it contagious?
Kyle Hurt.
Is that a perfect name?
Yeah, contagious.
Wait, is that a perfect name for shoulder inflammation?
Yeah,
Kyle Hurt?
Oh. I didn't even get that. You're so funny. How'd you get so funny?
I learned it from you.
Hurt was recalled from AAA, pitched 2 shutout innings, but wow. And Patrick Bailey became the 3rd youngest Giant player with 9+ total bases in a game. Jackson Chourio, 4th youngest player since 1900, with 4 home runs in his first 17 career games. Okay? Canigliaro, Andrew Jones, a bunch of guys did it. And, of course, one more thing for Daniel. The White Sox offense continues to be the worst in history, okay?
Danny Mendick in AAA.
Yeah, he's the best player that they have.
In their whole... The funny thing is, Ozzie Guillen's family has an X account that I follow, and they said something like, a lot of people are saying, why don't we bring up these minor leaguers because it couldn't be worse than what we already have on the field. And the crappy thing is that, as they pointed out, the White Sox AAA team is in last place in all of It's like being in last place in MLB, which the White Sox are. Their AAA team is the last place in all of AAA. And they're actually ranked number 3 in prospect rankings.
Right.
Okay, so where are all these prospects? They must be in high school still, okay? Because
well, we ranked number 1 in chat room
anyway,
greatness.
Danny Mendick, the highlight of the White Sox at AAA, he's got 7 home runs, 6 doubles, 19 RBIs, no error in 132 innings in the field. Second best hitter in the minors this season. 1.009 OPS. And Heston Kierstad also is very good in minor league baseball. So Danny Mendick right behind Heston Kierstad.
Okay, and the White Sox, of course, are the first team to be held hitless through 6 innings in consecutive games since 1922.
So, breaking news, Closer Monkey. Okay, Closer Monkey already gave the job away. It says closer by committee. So basically, the answer is yes. Alzolay has already lost his job. So if you're in need of a closer,
has he really?
This is a good time to Closer Monkey.
Closer,
but I bet you RotoWire says the same damn thing.
Who's Closer Monkey?
He's a long time account.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know why you don't know who he is.
I am not sure who Closer
Let's
Monkey is.
look up what RotoWire has to say.
Okay. All right. There's a couple of blurps from yesterday. Okay, get your pens, pencils, and bloody fingers ready. These are important.
No, he's still the closer, according to...
Still, nobody knows yet, okay? John Garofros is lighter, or Almonte's is his guess for a closer for the Cubbies. It's not going to be lighter, okay?
No, it's
I'll
Hector
tell you that
Neris.
right now.
He's already come in and got the saves. I mean, they already turned to Hector Neris. They signed him this offseason with that specific backup job, I think.
Okay.
I mean, maybe in the future, the lighter. Are these two lighters brothers?
Yes, they're brothers.
And their dad?
That's
and
right.
their grandpa?
That's right.
They all were Major League?
All the lighter boys.
I do think baseball runs in the blood.
Okay, it
I
does.
do.
Now, a couple of things. Soto...
Wait, did you talk about Wheeler?
No, I don't know if I did.
Wheeler hasn't allowed a hit, or he didn't allow a hit to the White Sox. Big freaking deal,
Yeah,
right?
through 6 innings the last night. Wheeler's great.
poor.
And the Mets gave
poor
away
White Sox.
Wheeler and...
How about this one from a rookie?
Go ahead.
The Orioles left fielder Colton Cowser accidentally threw Craig Kimbrell's 422nd save ball at the end of the game.
He threw it?
But he went out and found it in the fountain at Kauffman Stadium. It had sank to the bottom.
That is phenomenal.
So you do a rookie move, then you go fix it.
There you go. All right. A couple more things. Anybody realize that Soto was batting .354? .354.
Everybody knows.
Gleyber Torres didn't start for the first time this season. I'm telling you, they're trying to do something with Torres. He grounded out as a pinch hitter. He's hitting .195. No homers, 2 RBIs, 1 hit in his last 29 appearances. And he's not playing very good defensive ball. Gleyber Torres. Gio Urshela was placed on the injured list, okay? So just letting you know what's going on.
Urshela.
Jackson Churio followed Bryce Terang for back-to-back home runs in the 4th inning last night as Milwaukee beat St. Louis 12-5.
Wait, Greg Jewett, is he the closer monkey?
I don't know.
He might be. I don't know. I mean, closer monkey's been around forever. Greg Jewett is a second guy.
Okay.
I thought. But
well,
we know
the number is 631-406-7141. Closer Monkey, you can call me, okay? If you're the Closer Monkey, I'm the Fantasy Gorilla. All right, how about that? Luis Arraez, 3 more hits, okay?
People were dropping him already.
Yeah, well,
I don't know why you're dropping Luis Arraez. Probably because you're looking at your standings and you're going,
how could you drop him?
He doesn't hit homers and he doesn't steal bases.
Yeah, that's true. He's 17 for 49.
But you drop him and your average is going
last
down.
12 games. Let me finish my sentence. 17 for 49. Now, you go. Don't give me that look. I'm going to tell you, WrestleMania ain't going to be as good without us. Ross singled with one out, and then you got back to the busy phones. Let's see who this is. It is the great. Go ahead, King App.
I just wanted to give a quick call, say good morning to everybody in the chat room and yourself. I'm standing here with some of the greatest fantasy minds outside of the Lady and the Legend. I'm here with Taco Beantown. Like I said, Chofo and Sonny D are all here.
Are you kidding me? I saw the pictures.
Yes,
I
they're
saw
fun.
the pictures. Send some naked pictures out, will you?
Everyone give Beantown some love if you are on social media, etc. But I got a little something for you, Lenny. I've been running into some jams, all right?
Jams.
My jams are, I started the season with Jose Abreu as my DH.
Yes.
Eloy Jimenez comes back. I moved him in there. They're all under 200. So next week, I went ahead and I picked, and my new starting DH this week is going to be. I went ahead and picked up Pickens from Milwaukee. I was wondering what you guys thoughts are on this guy. He started off lightning coming out the gates. Do you think he got the skills to keep it going?
Who is that?
I'm talking about. I picked up Blake Perkins from Milwaukee.
You're cutting out. We can't hear your.
Yeah.
We can't hear what player.
Blake Perkins to take the spot from Milwaukee.
Blake Perkins. Well, I thought he was an Oakland guy. Didn't he hit like 30 homers last year?
The stats right now are pretty great.
No, he's a Milwaukee outfielder.
Okay.
And, look, nobody knows. He's 27 years old. Is he going to be? He's batting .350 now, but I'll tell you what. You take a look at his career, and he's a 200 hitter. So I wouldn't jump all over Blake Perkins.
Okay.
He may be better than nothing. I know, he's just not a great hitter.
Go ahead.
He hit over 300 last year, but that was only in about, 60 games. All right, so Perkins is okay. You can give him a shot, but I wouldn't expect miracles.
I snagged him off the waiver wire, and I'm going to start him this hangs up there. What do you think what is going on with Eloy? I know that you mentioned him often. He was a big favorite of yours, but I got him. Now he's batting like $1.60. He got me worried about his production. Are you telling people they should sit or maybe even cut him?
I think we have to reach a point where we got to realize Eloy's nothing. I think he has one RBI. No, Eloy's not doing anything. Is he going to get better? If he does, it's going to be an accident. And let me tell you, nobody can predict Eloy is going to get better. You just can't do it. Okay, so thanks for calling, Hap. Say hello to everybody for us. We love you all.
All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. This is a chat, man. You guys are awesome today. Keep it up. Let's rock.
Thank you. That was, what's his name again? King Hap. Okay. King Hap. On vacation somewhere. I don't know where he is. All right. Got a couple of more things to talk about. We mentioned, your boy Gallen gave up 5 runs in 5 innings. He's been 7-0 with a 1.32 in 14 April starts. You still like him as much?
Of course I do.
Okay. Cutter Crawford struck out 6 and walked 3. He's 20. I didn't pay a lot of attention to Cutter Crawford, and he's 28. He gave up a season-high 7 hits after not allowing.
Do you know who that is?
Who is it?
Isabel?
Let's just take a look. We have Isabel LeBoy. Is that Coco LeBoy? Hello.
Let's put the speaker on.
Okay, put the speaker on.
Who is it?
Hello. Go ahead.
Hello, guys. It's Daniel Ferreira. How are you?
Daniel Ferreira on the phone. Good morning there, Daniel. The guardian of Eloy Jimenez. Okay.
The White Sox have been brutal, but I'm hanging in there. I got
Yes, it is.
invested in this team. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
If you put it too close, it will start to sound really muffled.
It's about the worst I've ever seen the team. So what's on your mind?
I just wanted to call and say good morning to you guys, and I'm really enjoying your show.
Well,
Okay.
we love it. Daniel Ferrara, one of the great people. We're going to meet Daniel. I met you once, didn't I?
No, we have not.
Oh.
No. All right. That's how unforgettable
Hey,
you are.
Daniel,
Yes.
keep throwing those memes up, okay? They make me laugh.
All right, thank you.
Daniel for
Hey, guys.
Mr. White Sox here. Okay.
That's not very nice calling him
Okay,
that.
thank you. Okay. Let's see. The Mets won their 5th straight series after gone 12-3 after a 0-for-5 start.
That's because the rally pimp.
The rally, and Zach Wheeler, as we said before, had a no-hitter for 7 1/3. Brandon Marsh, another one. I mean, between Ahmad Rosario and Brandon Marsh, somebody ought to send me a trophy.
I think Jared Walsh just got designated for assignment.
Yes, he did it. We said that.
Oh.
Okay. The Phillies extend their winning streak to 5. They beat the White Sox. Craig Kimbrell tied Billy Wagner.
Beantown's here. Hello,
That's right.
Beantown.
Okay, good morning to the Beantown boy. Okay. Anyway, Craig Kimbrell tied Billy Wagner for 7th on the career list, 422 saves. Craig Kimbrell pitched the perfect 9th for his 5th save. He is now 2 saves behind John Franco in the career list, 3 behind Kenley Jansen.
Right.
Craig Kimbrell's going to make the Hall of Fame.
He should.
Okay, there you go.
What about John Garofalo? He's thinking of rostering Yaz and dropping Outman. And I'll just say,
They're both terrible.
without even looking at what's going on with these two, I mean, the Dodgers are so bad right now.
Look, Outman has been a disappointment. Yaz has been a major disappointment. It's, sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. You flip a coin and you pick one, and that's all I could say. For me, I would take Yastrzemski because he's done good things before. So if you have a choice, I'll take Yastrzemski.
Yeah,
Okay,
I probably
Joe?
would too, especially since the team is just doing better in general. I mean, these are players that you could drop, pick up. Don't spend too much time on these guys. They should be rotating around your roster like what, Leonard?
Like whatever you have. But Max Scherzer, one more bullpen session before beginning a minor league rehab session. And Shota Amanaga, 3 runs in 6 innings. The Cubs, who have won 6 of the last 7. Amanaga's scoreless streak ended in the 4th inning, so that takes care of him. And beware, A.J. Puck was placed on the injured list, okay? So there you go. A.J. Puck on the injured list. Ian Happ, unlikely to be in the lineup on Sunday, so be careful with that. Louis Castillo, 2-hitter, and I like him. I say get Castillo if you can. Maybe a day or 2 late, because I've been saying get him. He's going to be a good pitcher. And finally, Brendan Rodgers missed his 4th consecutive game, and Jose Berrios allowed 6 hits. His ERA is 0.85. He's won all 4 of his starts for Toronto. I picked Toronto to win the American League. They 6 victories in their last 7 games. How about that, Andy?
Jolene is here. Beantown Bad Boy's here. Taco's here. Sunny D is here. And the rest of the pals, I'm not sure the names, but you're great people.
Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it, and we hope you come into the chat room again. We're here every morning. It's at 9 a.m., Monday through Friday. Saturday is Baseball Saturday. Sunday, it's us. We love the people from the chat room. And, so some of you guys that haven't been here in a while, but we know you all, and we have a lot of appreciation for everybody. Anything you want to say, Andy?
I agree that Hap is the lucky one, okay, that he found Jolene. That's all I got to say. That's the chat in the chat room.
There you go. All right, so say goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I'll be in my chair just raring to go.